Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing another layout process video, and this is another one of the photos from my Disney trip that we took this earlier this year in 2016. I'm starting off with a craft cardstock background, and I'm also going to be using some paper from the Coastal paper pad from dCWV. And I won these papers in a giveaway and they're so beautiful. And I really like how they go with the cruise ship theme throughout my scrapbook. So if you haven't seen any of my other Disney process videos yet, don't worry, there's more to come, but I do have some up right now, and I'll have links to them up in the card section here. But for this layout, it's going to be the first photo of the Bahama part of the trip. So I'm going to do a title page for each section of my trip. So there was one for the whole trip, so when we're on the airplane and stuff like that. Then there's one for when we get to the boat, and now there's one for when we get off the boat for the first time. So I'm going to trim my photo down, and as you saw there, I was playing with that cork sheet, and those are also by dCWV, and I picked them up at Joann's, but it's this little die cut that says Adventure. Now I really didn't mean for this layout to turn out so simple. And if you can tell from the length of this process video, it's actually quite a long process video, about 10 minutes and sped up very fast. It's because I was very indecisive about what I wanted to use. I ended up picking out this colored paper, or this pattern paper from Basic Gray in the Granola collection. I'm still so sad that Basic Gray isn't Basic Gray anymore. It's gone. Makes me so sad. So I pick out this fun circular pattern, and I'm going to mount my photo on some white cardstock and then mount it onto the circular pattern there. Because I really thought it tied in all the blues and the neutrals that will be on this layout, so I thought it was a great avenue to go. So this photo is when we first got off the ship in Nassau in the Bahamas. This was our first stop, and this is a picture of me, my brother, and my boyfriend. And we're in front of the port at the island, so there's two ships. There's the ship we came off of, which was from Disney Cruise Line, and then there's a, I believe, Royal Caribbean, but it may be a different ship in the background. I'm also sorry that this is so zoomed out. I should have zoomed in a little bit more. I'm always afraid of cutting things off though, so you can see all of my mess in the background there. So these two triangles were, I looked at the paper in the paper pad by dCWV, and I saw this plank wood kind of pattern, or shiplack, or whatever you want to call it, and I decided to cut half of that out. And it didn't really work out well because I should have picked the other two corners instead of these two, because they're not the exact same size, but I end up fixing it anyway, so that's okay. But I really like the diagonal look there is there. And I've seen this on a bunch of layouts, so I'm sorry that I don't give you credit because I don't know who I saw it on first. But I really like the idea of having two different patterns, or a neutral and a pattern, just on a different angle to make them stand out a little more. So like I said, I'm playing with this little piece, cork piece here, and it just says Adventure. I'm trying to take all the little holes out of all the other letters and the vowels. And like I said before, this is going to be a very simple layout, as it is just like a title page almost. I'm not going to do any journaling on this one, besides just putting the date and stuff. But I picked up these fun pieces you see me playing with here from AliExpress, but I believe they also have them on wish.com, and they're just little anchors and little steering wheels, I guess, of a boat. And I thought these would be perfect for my album, so I picked them up, relatively cheap actually, and I really like that they come in a variety of colors. Now I also decided I wanted some more contrast on the outside edges of my page because the white just kind of flies off the side there. So I ended up picking out this ribbon from Michaels, and it was recently put on clearance for 50 cents a piece, so it may not be available anymore. But they also had them in yellow and white and red as well. But it's like a chevron black and white. I know it's really hard for you guys to see the pattern on it because I am so zoomed out, but that's okay. And I'm going to put that on the top and bottom edges, with the white being the top and the bottom parts of this layout, just to give it a little more contrast and make sure it stays within the page. I know a lot of people talk about having their page feel like it just flows right off the page, and this is what they're referring to. It doesn't seem like the way the arrows are pointing from the pattern on the wood grain almost makes it feel like there should be like something stopping it. So that's where I got the idea to put this ribbon on. And I will trim the little white bit that's still showing afterwards because the paper was a little off on size-wise. So now I'm going to go through a lot of my embellishments and try to decide what I want to do. I really should have used that glassine bag because I really like the way it looks, but I end up not using it at all. I have these lovely tickets from 7 Gypsies I've yet to be able to use. They're just always, I always end up having white on the layout and they're cream based, so I really just can't bring myself to use them for this project. And in case you're wondering, the little thing that I'm going through right here just sits on my desk at all times, and I just throw random things into it that I want to use. It's a little container from IKEA. It's the one Adele uses. I was at IKEA for the first time in my life last month, and it was an amazing experience, and I really like IKEA, but it is such a big place. We could have easily gotten lost. So I'm going through all of my embellishments. Like I said, I really end up not doing a lot of embellishing on this layout. I really just wanted it to be a nice and simple title page. I did have these Fun Studio Calico vellum pieces I really like, and I do end up using a few of those. I'm not sure where they're from exactly, but I pick out the little geotag there and a little wave piece down there. So now I'm working on the title portion, the rest of the title portion that is, and I've used these letter stickers before. Not sure on brand or anything like that because they are probably older than I am, but that's besides the point because I do get a lot of my stuff as hand-me-downs throughout my family. If they have extra things, they'll give them to me. So I'm just spelling out Nassau, and I spell it out really crookedly, so I'm going to change that with my T-square ruler, which I'm finally learning how to use because I always just forget that I have it. So I'm going to straighten that out, and I'll also place the geotag right center above that, so it gives this really nice column feeling to the page. So it just really hits you with that title page feeling. But once this is straightened out and I glue down the vellum pieces with a little bit of my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, that is pretty much it to this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end. I'll have more details over on my blog post, which will be linked down below as well, so I hope to see you guys over there, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye!